They're just pacing back and forth, going very slow.
You're joining me by squinting at your screen right now, and you're seeing what I'm seeing. Sort of a twinkling light in the sky. Well, these are just a few of the dozens of mysterious drones spotted circling above New Jersey. Now, the FBI is investigating. Governor Phil Murphy says the drones are hard to track because, quote, the minute you get your eyes on them, they go dark. CBS News national investigative correspondent Tom Hansen joins us now. Tom, what do we know about these drones and where they came from as we squint to see what they are and then they disappear and go dark?
Yeah, those are some really eye-opening videos that we're seeing come out on social media. You know, these drones vary in shape and size, and while we don't know much about where they come from or what, if any, risk they pose, what we do know is that they have a lot of people talking in this community, Mendham, New Jersey. And I actually want to bring in a barista at Simple Coffee. A lot of people are coming in here. His name is John, and they're telling him what they're seeing. And John, in fact, has seen these drones himself as well. So, John, what are people saying here?
Yeah, no, it's definitely interesting. I know in my own personal experience, I was driving home from a friend's house, passing by Flanders Valley Golf Course, and I saw a drone that looked like the size of a small car, just hovering right above the golf course. And I tried to get a picture of it, but you know how it is, the lights, it's kind of hard to get a true image out of it. But it's honestly kind of been a little comical too, as well, because people come in here with all their conspiracies and all their own ideas of what could be happening. And it is nice in a coffee shop environment to talk about it. And
so you were telling me that some of these drones are as large as a car, some are as small as the more conventional drones. What do they sound like and what are they moving like when you do see them?
See, sometimes it's hard to really get a true idea of what they sound like because some of them are very high up, looks like 10,000 feet, and then others could be around 500 feet. So the larger ones, I have seen stories and I have heard that it could sound like a helicopter. While the small ones, when they're high up, you can't really hear anything at all.
Yeah, and then what are people saying? Are people concerned? Are they fascinated? What's the general sense you're getting from people who are coming into your coffee shop?
I would say probably a mixture of fascination and concern. I feel as if definitely the older generation is more concerned with their privacy and all that, but I'm more fascinated by it. I like listening to the conspiracies. I've heard everything from Russian spies to an alien invasion, so it's been fun to listen.
Yeah, and one thing we know for certain is that people are certainly talking about this. Speaking of those concerns, we do know that a number of mayors across the state of New Jersey are in a closed-door meeting right now trying to address and get to the bottom of what exactly they should be doing in response to these drones. We have heard over the past few days that these drones are not posing a security threat to local communities, although that has not done much to ease concerns amongst the residents all throughout New Jersey, Staten Island, and New York, Reed.
And Tom, are these seen in any proximity to any sort of high priority sites for the United States?
Yeah, well, I mean, Mendham, New Jersey is a perfect example of that. We are just 15 minutes from Donald Trump's national golf course. We are also very close to a military base where these drones have been seen time and time again. We're told that these drones are often popping up right around dusk in the dark. And then by the time people pick up their phones to document them, they're gone. And so it's largely a mystery still. Hopefully we'll get some answers in the coming days. Reed.
This is over my house right now. What is that?
It's the million-dollar question baffling New Jersey residents looking skyward.
They're just pacing back and forth, going very slow.
Since last month, dozens of drones mysteriously hovering in the skies at night. Near Morris County, the FAA has now ordered 2 temporary flight restrictions prohibiting drones over this military base and Trump National Golf Club after receiving reports of unexplained activity. Today, Homeland Security and state police met with some New Jersey officials, including Mayor Jim Maley.
I truly don't believe they have any idea where the drones are coming from.
Many still have questions, including Congressman Jeff Van Drew, who says individuals with high security clearance have a theory about where the drones come from.
Their concern is that a mothership has left from Iran weeks ago, coinciding about the time somewhere along the area of the United States. It doesn't mean they're right off the coast.
But in a briefing today, Pentagon officials dismissed the claim outright.
We have no evidence that these activities are coming from a foreign entity or the work of an adversary.
In Mendham, New Jersey, Olivia DiMattio's coffee shop is right near the sensitive locations where the drones have been spotted.
How big are these things? You know, are they different sizes?
They are the size of small cars, like almost like a Mini Cooper or a Ford Escape size. So it's not something that a kid is buying off of Amazon and flying around as a prank. Like, it's way, way past that.
And we're here in front of Picatinny Arsenal. It provides munitions products for all branches of the U.S. military. It's also one of those sensitive sites that these drones have flown close to. And Nora, both lawmakers we spoke to today say one of these drones needs to be taken down safely so they can get some answers.
Mystery deepens. All right, Tom Hansen, thank you very much.
There's one. The plane went off in the distance. One, where's the other guys? Oh, here. Here's the other one, right over the library. They're just pacing back and forth, going very slow. So that's 2, 3. See how low they are? They go right below the tree line. This one's just coming up over. Where's that other one? So you can see how low they are. It's like right above the trees. I think I counted about 3. Here comes another one. They seem to also like follow each other. They go in the same direction. Look. Here's another one, also very low. I really apologize. The quality on this phone is terrible. But you can see how low they are. Can't hear a thing. The only thing you can hear is 287 in the background, but
this is a video of the Morris County drones with characteristic triangle lights on the back or underneath.
Get your camera out for this one.
I am.
Because this is not a plane. Or, no, there's...
No, because it wouldn't be this low in our neighborhood.
Or if it... It's,
No. See them like
Jen.
Sabrina, can you tell me what the Pentagon is doing to address this issue of drone sightings over New Jersey? It's near sensitive installations. The FBI is involved. What is the Pentagon doing?
Sure. So at this time, aware of those drone sightings that have been reported. At this time, we have no evidence that these activities are coming from a foreign entity or the work of an adversary. We're going to continue to monitor what is happening, but, at no point were our installations threatened when this activity was occurring.
Can you rule out that these are American drones or U.S. military drones?
These are not U.S. military drones. Again, this is being investigated by local law enforcement. What our initial assessment here is that these are not drones or activities coming from a foreign entity or adversary.
Representative Jeff Van Drew, who is a Republican from New Jersey, was just on the air saying that Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones, and that mothership is off the coast of the east coast of the United States. Is there any truth to that?
There is not any truth to that. There is no Iranian ship off the coast of the United States, and there's no so-called mothership launching drones towards the United States.
We want to update you on a story we've been following. Those drones that have been spotted over New Jersey in recent weeks. The Pentagon weighed in yesterday saying they don't appear to be coming from overseas, but many state and local officials are on high alert. Let's bring in CBS News correspondent Tom Hansen, who's here in Studio 55 with us live in person, because you're usually traveling all around the country reporting. So let's talk about these drones. What are some of the leads about where they might be coming from?
Yeah, well, it's really anyone's guess at this point, Vlad. It's still a mystery. There's a lot of speculation out there, and that fosters an environment for a lot of rumors. One Republican congressman, Jeff Van Drew, we spoke to yesterday, he has been pushing these claims that these drones could be linked to Iran, could be being launched off of some kind of mothership off the coast or in the middle of the ocean. Now, we asked him what, if any, concrete evidence he has for that. He didn't put any forward. The Pentagon, as you mentioned, denied those claims outright. And so this is still very much a mystery. A lot of frustration around the lack of answers as well. There was a closed-door meeting yesterday amongst mayors across the state of New Jersey. One mayor who we spoke to as well also told me that the contents of that meeting could have been wrapped up in an email. So they walked out of there with no answers, and we're still looking for clues as to where and who is sending these drones.
So interesting. I thought the best part of your piece from the evening news last night was when you spoke to a woman who owned like a shop or something, and she described the size of these drones. Because when I first started seeing this story, I just thought to myself, well, there are drones flying all over the place all the time. But she seemed to indicate that they were quite large.
Oh, yeah. She said that they were the size of a small car. They were flying at least 1,000 feet above the ground, and they were still visible. Now, these drones are coming out at night. They're being spotted at night, at least. And that's because of all the lights that are attached to them, which are red, green, and gold, according to people that we've interviewed. So the way that she characterized it was this was not some instance where some kids bought drones on Amazon and are flying them around to wreak havoc, that this is something much larger than that. But still, a lot to be seen here. One thing that we can say is that all the officials we've spoken to are urging the government to safely take down one of these drones, if that's even possible, to get some answers.
So your live shot yesterday was in front of a particular location, because if you're watching this broadcast and you're somewhere else in the country, you're like, why Jersey? Yeah. Where were you last night broadcasting from to wrap up your piece?
Picatinny Arsenal, which is a military base that is responsible for manufacturing munitions that go out to every branch of the U.S. military. And so that's one of the concerns here. These drones are not just flying aimlessly. They are being spotted precariously close to sensitive government sites, and that has people on edge.
All right, Tom Hansen for us here in studio. Appreciate it, Tom, as always. Thank you.